The next 72 hours will be critical. Someone from your past is. Archangel Michael says, the clock has already started ticking, and what is unfolding behind your back is not just a coincidence. In the hidden chambers of time, someone from your past is reactivating a memory you thought had died. The next 72 hours are more than just time. They are a spiritual battlefield where your past, present, and future are about to collide. The silence you've been experiencing lately is not emptiness, it's a warning. Someone who once knew your weaknesses, your habits, and your dreams has stepped out from the shadows. They are re-entering your life not out of love, but out of a deep, burning motive that has nothing to do with healing. You may feel a strange heaviness in the air, as if something is shifting around you. That's because your energy field has been disturbed by this person's return. They have spoken your name recently in a place where your name should never be spoken again. Comment, I am ready, if you feel this shift already circling your atmosphere. The truth is not sleeping anymore, it's awake and approaching. They once shared your joy, your pain, and your most sacred plans. But time has changed them into someone unrecognizable. They've gone from being your past companion to a present danger cloaked in familiarity. Type Amen to get blessing 443. A door from yesterday is slowly creaking open. You didn't leave it unlocked, but someone remembered how to find the key. And they are not returning empty-handed. They carry with them a secret, a strategy, and a story they will twist. Archangel Michael says, your spirit senses what your eyes cannot see. You've been randomly remembering moments connected to them, and that is not by accident. They are spiritually pulling on the threads of your memory, trying to reopen a connection without your permission. Something is happening in the realm of silence. Your name is being said in a conversation you are not present in. They are testing waters, sending feelers through mutual people, trying to predict how you react if they made a sudden appearance. Type Amen to get blessing 906. A forgotten number might ring. A mutual friend might mention them casually. You might scroll past a photo, and your stomach will tighten for no reason. That's the sign. They've been researching you. They've gone deep into your social media, your connections, even looked up your new address. They're not looking out of curiosity, they're looking because of intention. Comment, I cancel access, if you don't want them back in your spiritual space. You were doing well healing, building again, and learning to feel peace. But now, a ripple in your frequency has begun. They know you are about to reach a height they never imagined, and they fear being left behind forever. Type Amen to get blessing 731. There's a photo of you they kept, something you forgot you ever sent, and they've shown it to someone you never wanted involved in your life story. They carry both admiration and resentment in their soul. Their return is layered, not all light, not all dark. But you must be wise enough not to let nostalgia fool you. They are dealing with consequences from choices they made that destroyed bridges. And now, they are looking at you like a lifeboat, but not because they've changed. They see you as access, as redemption, not a person. Type Amen to get blessing 554. There are messages they wrote but never sent. There are screenshots they saved and conversations they replayed over and over. And now they believe the moment to strike is near, before you rise any higher. They know something about you now that they didn't before. maybe a success, maybe a name you're connected to, maybe even the truth about your worth that they never acknowledged back then. Comment, I will not be manipulated, if this message resonates with your gut. Archangel Michael says, the enemy doesn't always wear a mask. Sometimes they wear an old smile. Sometimes they arrive not with knives but invitations, crafted to reopen a loop you finally broke. Type Amen to get blessing 112. They are planning to bring up the good times. They will downplay the damage they caused and glorify the laughter that used to be. But you must remember, the pain wasn't imagined, and the lessons you learned weren't for sale. They will act like they've matured. But maturity without accountability is just another performance. Watch their actions, not their words, in these next 72 hours. They know a weakness you had back then. They're hoping it hasn't changed. But your growth has shocked them, and they are trying to test how solid it truly is. Type Amen to get blessing 669. Their approach may not be direct. It may come as a friend speaking on their behalf, or a message from a stranger that somehow knows too much about your past, or even a dream where their face returns, because the soul often sees what the eyes are blind to. There's a certain event coming up, a gathering, birthday, reunion, or even an online space, where they plan to appear, not by chance, with calculated steps. Comment, I reject backward cycles, if you've sensed this already. They want to reopen old chapters because they can't write new ones without your presence. But you are no longer who you were when they last knew you. And that scares them. Type Amen to get blessing 880. The next 72 hours will test your discernment. You may be given a choice, an opportunity to entertain the past, or preserve your peace. Don't confuse timing with alignment. Just because they show up doesn't mean it's divine. Some returns are actually delays. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. This message is your preparation. Something unspoken will become loud, and the clarity you gain will be unshakable. Type Amen to get blessing 247. A screenshot will leak. A name will drop in your inbox. A story from years ago will suddenly resurface, and all of it is connected to this one person who is not done yet. They saw your new glow and realized they lost something rare. But instead of humbling themselves, they plan to manipulate. Don't let their regret become your setback. Comment, I choose elevation, if you're ready to rise despite interference. Your spiritual team is already clearing paths, but they are also asking you to be wise with your time, your energy, and your forgiveness. The past should remain behind you, not disguised as a second chance. Type Amen to get blessing 399. This person is afraid you'll move on completely. They sense someone new in your energy. Someone who would never hurt you the way they did. So they want to intercept that. Before the blessing arrives, before the door fully opens, you'll receive a strange text. Maybe no words, just an emoji or a hey. That's not innocence, it's the bait. Type Amen to get blessing 302. A mutual connection is feeding them information. Someone you trust casually is passing details without realizing the danger. Clean your circle before you rise further. Don't explain your silence to anyone. The more you rise, the more mysterious you must become. Let your peace confuse them. Comment, I walk with divine protection, if you claim that energy. Archangel Michael says, sometimes, closure is just a silent goodbye followed by growth they never get to witness. The more you ascend, the more ghosts will try to return. Not because they love you, but because your light exposes their shadows. Type Amen to get blessing 991. Their plan may involve guilt, bringing up how you've changed, how you forgot them. But forgetting pain is healing, not betrayal. These next 72 hours, stay quiet. Observe everything. The real will reveal itself without your interference. The version of you they're trying to reach no longer exists. And the version you've become doesn't need validation. You've already earned your peace. Type Amen to get blessing 727. The next 72 hours will be filled with spiritual symbols. Watch for repeated names, songs from your past, sudden chills, or deep dreams. Your guides are trying to warn you through divine repetition. This is not paranoia, it's preparation. The one who once laughed at your pain is now scared of your progress. That fear is pushing them back into your orbit. Comment, my future is guarded, to lock this truth in place. What's coming is a final test. A last attempt. A desperate reach from a person who should never have access to your heart again. You've healed too much to bleed again for someone who never knew how to hold you. You are not their second chance. You are your own blessing. Type Amen to get blessing 655. And remember, your protection is not passive, it's sacred. The next 72 hours may be the most spiritually active time you've felt in months. Move wisely. Speak less. Trust the signs. They can't enter unless you invite them. They can't disrupt unless you react. They can't control unless you surrender your peace. You hold the key. Their energy has been circling you for days, even if you couldn't place it. You felt moments of unexplained anxiety, a strange tightness in your chest, and dreams that left you uneasy. These are spiritual signals. Your soul is warning you before your eyes see the truth. There's a place you used to go, a cafe, a corner, an online group. Watch it closely, because their return will be subtle, not loud. They want to test your reaction from a distance before stepping closer. Type Amen to get blessing 388. They are talking about you to someone you once trusted, feeding them lines, gauging their response, trying to calculate if you've truly moved on. Their strategy is manipulation masked as curiosity. They are not just coming with words, they are coming with emotional bait. A sad story, a tale of regret. But you must see past their performance and remember the chaos they left behind. Comment, I see the pattern now, if you, already sensing the repeat attempt. What they truly seek is not your love, it's your light. You glowed differently when they were around. Now you shine brighter without them, and they can't stand it. Type Amen to get blessing 510. They will make it seem accidental. A random message. A missed call. A forgotten item they suddenly remembered. Don't be fooled. This is a move rehearsed 100 times in their mind. You will be tempted to feel sympathy, but this is not your burden anymore. Their healing is not your responsibility, and their return is not your destiny. They are trying to reverse a cycle that was meant to be broken. But closure doesn't always come with conversation. It comes with silence, clarity, and boundaries. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Archangel Michael says, not every familiar soul is a safe one. Some were sent as lessons, not lifelines. And now, they want to re-enter a life they no longer qualify for. They can mimic change, mirror progress, and even imitate peace. But the spirit never lies. Pay attention to the vibrations, not the vocabulary. Comment, I recognize the energy, if you feel the warning in your bones. You owe them no response. No explanation. No space in your new chapter. Growth doesn't require an audience, and healing doesn't require approval. Type Amen to get blessing 642. Their return is timed. They saw something about you, maybe success, maybe joy, maybe alignment, and they couldn't stand to watch from the sidelines. They want to insert themselves back into a story that has already turned the page. But their presence would only cause confusion, not clarity. You are not obligated to reply. You are not responsible for their regret. You are not the second chance they think they deserve. Type Amen to get blessing 825. You are walking into a window of elevation. A time where your gifts, blessings, and name are about to rise. And the enemy always tries to enter right before that happens. They will appeal to old feelings. They will say the right things. But listen closely. It's not about what they say, it's about how you feel afterward. Comment, I walk forward only, if your soul is done entertaining the past. This is not just a test of emotions, it's a test of protection. You prayed for peace, and it came. Don't trade it. Now for temporary attention. Type Amen to get blessing 219. They are not returning for reconciliation. They are returning for relevance. They want to be attached to your glow without earning the right to be near it. Protect your name. Protect your time. Protect your healing. They are still talking to someone else while texting you. Still posting old versions of themselves while pretending to be evolved. Still carrying jealousy under the cloak of kindness. Type Amen to get blessing 137. The signs are clear. You keep seeing their initials, hearing their name in random conversations, smelling something familiar. Spirit is speaking, don't ignore it. Archangel Michael says, the moment before a major breakthrough is always when the old distractions reappear. This person is a delay, not a destiny. Comment, I release all who drain me, if you are ready to disconnect completely. What's ahead of you is purer than what's behind you. A new connection. A divine opportunity. A healing space untouched by past pain. Don't compromise that for a moment of curiosity. You already know who they are. And more importantly, you know who you are now. Type Amen to get blessing 466. They are restless because your energy is no longer accessible. They can feel the door closing. That's why they're rushing in. But just because they arrive in desperation doesn't mean you owe them entry. You are not the same version of yourself who once tolerated their chaos. You've upgraded your boundaries, elevated your self-worth, and mastered the art of silence. They will call it coldness, but it's protection. Type Amen to get blessing 581. You may feel lonely for a moment. That's natural when detaching from old emotional anchors. But that moment will pass, and your peace will stay. Archangel Michael says, some people only return when they realize they no longer control your emotions. That loss of control makes them desperate. Don't let that desperation confuse you with love. Comment, I choose clarity over chaos. If this resonates deeply, they might try using others to get to you. A sibling, a mutual friend, a comment on someone else's post. But you must hold your silence. Your silence is louder than any response. Type Amen to get blessing 707. They've written a long message they haven't sent yet. Waiting, hoping, watching. They will time it when they sense your guard is low. But remember, your strength is not in reacting, it's in rising. And you've already risen. This return is not about closure, it's about control. Don't give them either. Type Amen to get blessing 990. You've come too far. Shed too many tears. Rebuilt too much of your life to allow the same hands that broke you to touch you again. Comment, I honor my growth. If you're not letting the past disguise itself as the future. You are not wrong for protecting your peace. You are not bitter, you are better. You are not heartless, you are healed. This person is not a reward. They are a reminder. A reminder of what you never want to go through again. Type Amen to get blessing 818. The next 72 hours are not random. They are aligned with your spiritual breakthrough. And this test is the final proof of your transformation. They may show up in person. A sudden visit. An unexpected crossing. Stay rooted. You already know this is not for you. Archangel Michael says, when the door from the past knocks, do not answer. Let the knock echo unanswered into silence. That silence will set you free. They may act like they're in need, like life has been unkind to them. But the truth is, they are not returning out of love. They're returning because your life is proof that they failed to break you. And they can't accept that. They've watched from afar as your glow increased. It burns their ego that you didn't collapse without them. And now, they want to attach themselves to the light they once dimmed. Type Amen to get blessing 604. A person who was once silent while you suffered is now desperate to be heard again. But don't let their new voice distract you from their old actions. Words don't erase scars, only accountability and distance can bring true peace. They miss the access to your kindness, not your soul. They miss the control, not the connection. And they miss being the center of your focus. Not because they cherished it, but because it fed their power. Comment, I protect my future. If you feel this approaching, you are not obligated to receive anyone who once walked away without apology. You owe no one a chance to rewrite a chapter you already closed. This is your story now, not their second draft. Type Amen to get blessing 512. You've got bigger things to focus on. A divine opportunity is coming. A breakthrough that requires no backward steps. And the enemy knows it. That's why they are trying to bring the past into your present. You must be laser focused. These next 72 hours are spiritually sensitive. Any emotional slip could delay the reward you've been praying for. Don't engage. Don't explain. Don't reopen. Type Amen to get blessing 221. Archangel Michael says, you must armor your energy with silence. Don't give your light to the hands that once tried to extinguish it. Your radiance has expanded without them. Don't shrink it to make space for their return. A surprise message is being drafted right now. An I miss you, I was thinking about you, or a memory from years ago. They believe those words still have power over you. Comment, I cancel all old bonds, if you've already moved on in your soul. This is your season of divine detachment. Your absence will be louder than your presence, and your peace will echo louder than your reply. Type Amen to get blessing 748. Their return is not redemption, it's repetition. And you don't need to relive the same chapter you've already survived. They may try to stir guilt by playing the victim. But do not let your healed heart feel responsible for someone who caused your bleeding. This is not a test of kindness, it's a test of protection. Type Amen to get blessing 300. Your elevation will cost you comfort, but it will bring you alignment. And the ones trying to return are doing so not because they changed, but because your value has increased. They once left you broken, but now they see the glow, the grace, and the glory that followed your healing, and they want to benefit without rebuilding. Archangel Michael says, don't negotiate with ghosts. Let the dead things stay buried. Resurrect only your strength, never your past pain. Comment, I am unreachable to the unhealed, if you refuse to look back. Type Amen to get blessing 134. Their return is time to distract you, because something major is about to enter your life, an opportunity, a connection, a reward. And this distraction is their last weapon. Stay silent. Let their curiosity go unanswered. Let their messages echo into emptiness. You are not cruel, you are clear. Type Amen to get blessing 916. They are already frustrated by your silence. Your lack of reaction is disturbing their strategy, and they will become more persistent when they see you're unmoved. But still, stay still. Your dignity is your weapon. Your detachment is your armor. Your intuition is your protection. Comment, I trust divine timing, if you, prepared to rise untouched. You're walking into an atmosphere of favor. Things will shift in your career, your finances, your personal circle. The past doesn't belong in these miracles. Type Amen to get blessing 877. Don't feel guilty for not replying. Your peace is not negotiable. You've worked too hard to rebuild. Let them talk to the echo of who you used to be. Archangel Michael says, when people see the new you, they often assume they can revisit the old you. But they're mistaken. That version is no longer available. Type Amen to get blessing 611. Even if they cry, even if they beg, even if they come with sweet memories and stories of how things used to be, hold your ground. You do not need to explain your absence to the ones who made you disappear. They lost you by choice. They don't get to earn you back by convenience. Comment, I close the door forever. If this moment is your final closure, you are not bitter. You are blooming. You are not vengeful. You are victorious. You are not stuck. You are soaring. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Let this moment define you. Let the silence speak for you. Let the peace you fought for be your loudest response. They will continue watching. They will continue hoping. But your light will rise so high, they won't even recognize the elevation. Archangel Michael says, forward is the only direction now. Your destiny is not behind you. And those who once ignored your worth have no place in your miracles. This is your confirmation.